We mentioned, you know, something you can do when you're in a hotel like this where there's Wi-Fi everywhere, but kids these days are in schools that are fitted with Wi-Fi, and many schools are giving kids their own personal tablets to use. So, you know, we talk about the dangers at night being in a bedroom. It's the same for the kids where they're at school for 8 hours a day and surround. What can the kids do when they're in those kind of environments to protect themselves?
Well, we now have child's bracelets that have this technology on them, and they're small for their wrists, so they can wear that. They can bring, if the iPad is not theirs alone, they can bring one of our smart dots and just place it on it while they're using it, and then take it back home. So rather than affix it to the instrument, and those dots actually change the radiation from being harmful to the body. The manufacturers call it in training. It trains that radiation into a frequency that's compatible with our human energy field. So it brings it in. It's called phi, PHI, the Greek letter phi, which is a golden ratio number that is compatible for us, very energizing for us. So it's taking something harmful and changing it into something that's helpful and life enhancing. So it's a very different technology. So they can get these dots for their kids to wear them. I've been amazed at the changes that I've seen, and there's no doubt about their brains. Their brains are much more susceptible to damage. I'm very concerned. Their skulls are thinner, they have more fluid, they have more rapidly dividing DNA because they're growing, and all of that more susceptible to the damage from the radiation, and much less able to repair. In the book, I have a picture of a rat brain that was only exposed for 2 hours to one cell phone. And there's holes on the blood-brain barrier that were there 2 months later, which means that it never repaired. And they chose the equivalent of a teenager in human years because they know that's more susceptible to damage and less able to repair, and that's absolutely the proof in these lab animals. And very, very concerned. I've heard from parents who have had to take their kids out because their kids are so sick. That the kids can't be in these classroom situations. And we've really got to wake up to this. I've tried in my local school boards to get them to not have these, and they just say, well, they've got to be connected to the world. Well, you know, and it destroys the cells in the brain connected to memory. There's no doubt. The hippocampus, these memory cells are dead, just dead. So that's the Alzheimer's that we've seen from the beginning of electricity. They've coined it digital dementia in our kids because they're having trouble with memory, and they're identifying it. It's from all their games that they've been on. So, and we've even, I've got a quote in the new edition of the book where teachers are saying kids can't remember lines for school plays anymore. So they are losing their memory. There's just no doubt about it.